Well, he does have a slight reputation for being the oldest swinger in town. Tonight, that town is the one he calls home.
Yes, Peter Stringfellow is back in Sheffield to relive the glory days of the swinging 60s, and someone who knows all about that is David Hurst.
Yes, thanks very much. I'm at the Leadmill nightclub, which has played host to some of the greatest bands over the last 20 years. But tonight is very much a 1960s night, and this is the reason why. It's the launch of a book called The Dirty Stop-Outs Guide to 1960s Sheffield. It's been written by Neil Anderson, with the help of this chap here, Peter Stringfellow, who's back in Sheffield again.
That's not me.
Let's start with Neil, first of all. I mean, why have you written this, and what's it about?
Well, I actually wrote a book last year about the 1970s in Sheffield, and so many people interviewed said, if you want to get to the heart of what, Sheffield nightlife was all about, you've got to do the 60s.
Well, one big part of that, obviously, is Peter. You famously ran the King Mojo Club, and we've got some fantastic footage of you dancing, I think, on the last night.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? I was a brilliant dancer. I think you got me dancing the Boogaloo. It was at the edge in those days.
Your shirt matches the wallpaper. Tell me why you got involved in this project.
Well, because a mutual friend of ours called David has written a book about the Mojo, the 60s, and he also wrote a book with other people about the art of the 60s. And this gentleman came along and said, look, I'm doing a book about how in the 60s, where people went to. I was a teenager in the 50s, but the 60s were everything. And as Neil was saying, the explosion of youth and music came together. And the Mojo Club, when I talk about the names like The Who first played there, the Small Faces played there, Rod Stewart played there, Hoochie Coochie Men played there. So I decided I'd come up tonight and play Superstar. Hi, folks. I can't sing. Everybody's starring Peter Stringfellow. What am I going to do? I don't play guitar. I can't sing. I can't tell a joke. I'm just going to go, hi. That's me.
Well, good luck tonight. It promises to be a fantastic night. Just tell me, what's happening?
Well, Frank White's band is here, and Dave Berry and a few other guys who from the 60s who are going to play. And you're going to hear some incredible music. And at the end of it, which this chap doesn't know yet, I'm going to make a donation to the charity on behalf of people like myself who were there in the Blitz, even though I don't remember much about it. It was part of my life, and so was the 60s.
Well, have a fantastic night, and as Peter just said there, the proceeds from this book are all going to the Sheffield Blitz Memorial Fund.
David, thanks very much indeed. Slightly